So I'm actually doing an Hey guys, thanks for checking out my channel. My name is Eric and I love all things Disney. So today we're going to talk about my upcoming trip to Walt Disney World in May, which will be the 5th of my bucket year trips. If you haven't been joining along, I'm doing multiple trips this year and a chance to get back to Walt Disney World. I hadn't been there in 18 years, and in that process I've tried to do a lot of things and have a lot of different experiences. I've met some really cool people. But yeah, if you want to check out, I have vlogs from my last trip, so you can check that out on my channel. So while you're doing that, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and then follow me on Instagram and Twitter because I post stuff for my trip there too, and you're not going to want to miss out on my stories while I'm actually at Walt Disney World. Because I try to post some fun things, I try to post some fun Disney content. Alright, so my trip is coming up and it's roughly 19 days away. And I got my Magic Band in the mail the other day, and I thought we'd go over this. I don't remember what color I ordered because that's how it goes. I picked the color really early and then I forget about it by the time that it gets here, which is kind of fun, so we'll do an unboxing at the end of this video. But what I wanted to cover this video are 5 milestones when you're planning your Disney vacation that you don't want to miss. And what that means is I want to talk about different dates and times that you want to make sure are marked in your calendar so you don't miss out and you can have the full experience. Because going to Walt Disney World, you have to plan. I cannot stress that enough. You have to plan. I see stories of people online all the time being like, hey, we didn't plan and we only got to do 2 things today. And I'm sorry, but that's kind of your fault for not planning. And I get you might not have known that, and hopefully you know that now. But you're spending so much money on your trip that you don't want to miss out on that. And it can be hard because you have multiple people that you're trying to plan for, and you want to get everything done that you can. So before we get into this, my one caveat with planning is always don't overplan and be flexible. Things will change and you're going to want to do slightly different things when you get there than what you thought you were going to do. And be okay with that flexibility. If a park is really clouded that day, go to another park, and that's okay. If you have park hopper, that works really well. If someone's not feeling well, it's okay. Go spend some time at the resort. There's so much to do in Walt Disney World that you won't be able to do it all. So just do what you can and try and hit the things that you really, really, really want to do. But at the same time, it helps to plan those things out so you kind of know what you're getting yourself into. Like I said, 5 milestones you're going to want to hit. And the first one is a fun one, and it can be whatever you want to. It's when you decide to go to Walt Disney World. That's the first decision you have to make, that you're going to go on a trip to Walt Disney World. Hopefully it's before the upcoming milestones, because if it's not, it can be a little bit more hectic. But in general, that is the first milestone you want to hit. And when you do that, you'll roughly get this packet soon in the mail. I think it's roughly about 3-4 months out from your trip. But this packet will review your trip, and you can get all the details here, like your hotel stay and that. It's a great little packet, just a little bit of information. It's not that different each time, but it does go over the parks and some of the highlights you're not going to want to miss at those parks. So you haven't been to Walt Disney World in a while, this is a great thing. Now, when you're planning your trip, I will tell you, it is awesome to use a travel agent. The way Disney has it structured, you don't pay anything for that travel agent. You're either paying that 10% to the Disney travel company or you're paying that to a Disney travel agent. But the travel agent is actually probably going to work for you beyond that initial purchase. I've had a lot of luck with Wishing Well Travel. They are great. And my travel agent, Emily, has saved me tons of money because she watches deals all the time. And before I joined DVC, she helped me save money all the time on multiple of my trips. She would watch a deal, get me a better rate for my room, which would then, you only have to put your deposit down, so you've not spent that money yet. And so when you're going, you've already saved a couple $100, or you've gotten some different things and just different deals. They also are great for booking other things like Magical Express. And your travel agent will actually do this for you, and then Disney will mail us out. One time, the system at Disney got messed up a little bit, and she did an awesome job to make sure that I still got my tags. I have to worry about it. So use a travel agent. It really saves you some time. Do some searches online. They will help you immensely. All right, so you've got everything booked, right? You've got all that planned. You got your Magical Express set up. Maybe, because you might not have your plane tickets. We're not going to talk about airfare. That's not one of the milestones. You're on your own on that one. But once you have your plane tickets, do Magical Express. Your travel agent or Disney can help you do that. But after that, the first major milestone you're going to hit is at 180 days out, and that is picking your dining reservations. Now, I typically try to do one sit-down restaurant every day. It gives me a chance to sit down, get out of the heat, and just relax, and it's not too expensive at that point. I usually try and do it around 2 o'clock, but a lot of dining reservations, like some of the ones I'm doing on my upcoming trip, I'm going to be going to California Grill. I'm eating at Cinderella's Royal Table. I'm doing a character meal at Wilderness Lodge. those book up really fast, even in the non-busy seasons. So you want to book them 180 days out in advance. Now, I'll give you a tip that I kind of don't know how I feel about it, but I do it, is you can cancel those dining reservations up to 24 hours before the reservation with no penalty. So you can actually book a few different things and then you can cancel them as your plans adjust or whatever. So I do that a couple times. I don't go overboard, and Disney won't actually let you book dining reservations that coincide. You have to space them out. But sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm gonna book this, this, and this, but then, I might decide, well, I'm not gonna do a dining reservation at lunch that day, I'm gonna go to dinner, and it helps to have that other reservation. So if you can't get your dining reservations 180 days out, always check, because people are changing their reservations all the time. But in general, those sit-down restaurants at Disney aren't really walk-up. You have to have reservations. Some of them do allow that, but just keep checking if you can't get the ones you want. But yes, milestone number 2 is at 180 days, book your dining reservations. Along with that, be sure to look and see what other things you can book 180 days out. I'm actually doing a nighttime cruise on my next trip, and I needed to book that 180 days out, so I didn't miss that as well. Likewise, if you want to do a spa day at one of Disney's spas, those open up at 180 days out. That usually is the first time you can book things like that. So if you want to do something special, just check, call Disney in advance, find out, yes, 180 days out, and then you call or you do it online. Totally up to you how you want to do that. So here's the third milestone, and it goes back to the Magical Express. Usually around 60 days, Disney will mail you your tags for Magical Express. If you don't know what Magical Express is, it's Disney's busing system that takes you from the Orlando airport to your Disney resort, and it's free. So it's great. It does add a little bit of time to your trip, but it is a really convenient way to just get off the plane. They take your luggage for you. You don't have to worry about it if you use these tags. And you just go to your resort, you're checked in on the app, that saves you some time. But then you can also just go to your room, hopefully, if it's ready, or drop your bags off at the bell services and then go to the parks and enjoy the rest of your day. That is around 60 days. So that's your third milestone. The fourth milestone is the other big one, and that is also at 60 days. Those are your fast passes. If you're staying at a Disney resort, you will book your fast passes at 60 days out. And you don't want to miss that window, because the really popular rides will fill up and you won't be able to get fast passes for those rides after that point. Now, sometimes you won't even be able to get them at 60 days. Doesn't mean you don't keep checking, just like dining reservations. Check periodically. I always keep the My Disney Experience app on my phone, and I'll just randomly check. And sometimes things open up, or sometimes a better time opens up. So like on my upcoming trip, I did get a Slinky Dog Dash fast pass, but it is actually for like later in the afternoon, which isn't the best time to have a fast pass for, because I can't get my next fast pass until I use all 3. Well, so I just keep checking, and sometimes they'll open up. Or use early magic hours, get there early, and then you can swap that one out for a better fast pass if you get there and ride that ride quickly. So those are your options there. Some rides that you won't want to miss at fast passing are things like Flight of Passage in Pandora at Animal Kingdom. I mentioned Slinky Dog Dash in Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. Peter Pan's Flight, always a busy ride. The mountains at Magic Kingdom as well. And at Epcot, Frozen, Soarin', those kind of rides, they're a little bit easier to get on, but there are limited rides at Epcot, so you won't really want to miss your chance to get your one major fast pass there. You can watch my other videos on fast passes. I've talked about them a few times, but yeah, check those out on my channel. If you have more questions, you can always leave me a comment below too about what you want a fast pass. I'm always willing to help you pick out what fast passes you can go for. Your travel agent also probably will be great at doing that. All right, so that's the 5th milestone. And that is at roughly 30 days out, you will get your Magic Bands. And that's an awesome thing to do. If you have kids, they'll love doing this, because this is their ticket to Walt Disney World. So they will come in this box, and inside, if you've booked a package, you also will get luggage tags, which is an awesome little thing. I don't get those because I'm not booking a package. I already have my annual pass. I don't need to buy tickets. And a package at Disney is basically when you buy your tickets and your resort together, or if you have a dining plan, sometimes they'll send them to you. But yeah, so in here is my Magic Band. And I've done the red, the green, the orange, and the purple so far. So this is the 5th one. I think it's blue. I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and open this up and find out which color I got. Okay, I'm right. I got the blue one. So let's go ahead and take this out here. There's a little bit of information in here about what your Magic Band is and what you should do with it and how it works. But the main part here is this cylinder. And you can see here, here's the Magic Band. So this just pops off. And you can watch some tips I have on other things about Magic Bands. The one I will tell you that no one seems to know about is this gray part is actually removable. So if you have kids with little wrists, you can actually take this off and wear it. but on the back of the Magic Band, it will have their name on it. It will also put the name up here so you can see up here, and it will explain to you how you do your Magic Band on here. Now, inside here, if you did book that package, is where your luggage tags will be, so don't miss out on those. But now, this is all ready for you. This is how you check into your room, or how you enter your door at your room. This is how you get your fast passes. This is how you pay for merchandise. This is how you do basically everything around Walt Disney World. It's for PhotoPass. It's awesome. Like I said, I have other videos on Magic Bands. You won't want to miss those. But that is the 5th milestone, and it's the best one because it means your trip is right around the corner. And if you're like me and you forget which color you get, it's always a unique experience to know which color Magic Band you're going to get. Let me know in the comments below too what your favorite color is, what colors do you have, and if you collect them. I know that people do. I have not collected anything other than the solid colors, but that is me because this comes with my trip, which I don't think I've mentioned yet, but Magic Bands are included with your ticket or your resort stay, so this will come free for every person coming with you. And the last thing I'll say about that is you can customize the color. You do that online at your reservation. I do that really early so that I don't remember what color I picked. So those are your 5 milestones. Pick your Disney trip. 180 days, do your dining reservations, and other kind of reservations like that. Then you'll get your Magical Express tickets. That's really cool. Then you'll get to book your fast passes, which is a really awesome time because you get to plan which rides you're gonna ride and know kind of lay out what you're gonna do each day. And then 5th is you get your Magic Band. It means it's almost time to go to Walt Disney World. What better way to count down the magic with your family and your kids? Let me know what rituals you might have in the comments below too about how you count down and how you plan for these 5 milestones. But hopefully this helped you plan your next Walt Disney World trip. Like I said, make sure you check out my other videos because I do go into more in depth about Magic Bands, and I also about how I plan my days when I'm there, about what fast passes I want to do, and then I also talk about which fast passes I usually get. It also helps to know like what things are going on in each of the parks. So that's it for this time, guys. Like I said, subscribe to my channel, like this video, give it a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Leave me a comment below. Let me know you were here. Let me know about your rituals to count down your Walt Disney World trips, and then let me know what you think of mine or these milestones. Did I miss anything? Let me know because I'm not perfect. But above all, until next time, have a really magical day.